1 year on YouTube, it's my birthday. Well, very recently it was my birthday. Happy birthday to me. It's been roughly a year on YouTube and I've been invited to vlog for an airline. I'm over the moon. The chance to vlog internationally, well, it was a real treat. But the camera allows you to time travel. But enough with the complexity of time travel, I just want to share with you today what I've learned after my 1 year on YouTube. And yes, YouTube has a lot of ups and downs. But first, a bit of a backstory. I was once Australia's most prolific filmmaker, as quoted in Inside Film magazine. Yes, that was a long time ago when I was making independent feature and short films. But here I am now on the YouTube, just connecting straight with you, making cinematic vlogs. I wasn't going to do any filming today, and then I looked out the window and saw that the day was perfect. And back when I was making independent films, I wore that like a badge of honor. But then 2020 happened and my whole ideology had to shift and change due to the world and what it presented me with. Around that time, I started looking into cinematic vlogs and vlogging, and I kind of fell in love with YouTube at that time, but I hadn't had the guts to go and actually do it. I was inspired by cinematic vloggers like Life of Reza and Megan Tan and other amazing cinematic vloggers, which led me to attempt to do my own version of that. And 1 year ago now, I did that whole challenge of I want to make 50 cinematic vlogs by the end of 2024. And to be honest, I made way more than that. And yeah, there are a lot of things I learned in that 1 year making all those cinematic vlogs. So here are 5 things I learned doing YouTube for 1 year. Number 1, YouTube is easy. Because YouTube, you just do you. Now, back when I was making independent films, I had to wait for approval from not just financing, actors, the schedule, the weather, everything pretty much. But with YouTube, it's literally a case of you turn the camera on and you just film and you do you. And with independent filmmaking, it was rejection after rejection after rejection after rejection. Like every stage was rejection all the way until making the film. And then you make the film and then you got to submit it to film festival and then hundreds of rejections before you actually get a selection. And in 1 year on YouTube, I'm really fortunate and really blessed to allow to be given opportunities. Crazy. And I know it's only a small success that I've had on YouTube, and I really appreciate every single person that's come on this journey and everyone who's backed me in any way, shape or form. Even a like it means the world to me. But with filmmaking, it just took so long just to get those, accolades. And not to say that we do this just for those things, but it is nice to feel encouraged. So YouTube, in comparison to being an independent filmmaker, yes, is easy. But easy is subjective, right? Because after a year on YouTube, I have found myself a little bit disillusioned. And that brings me to my next point. Just because it's easy to get things out there doesn't mean that you will not feel the rejection, because there is rejection on YouTube. It's just a little bit more invisible. And it comes with putting something out there, but not getting the response that you expect to. Now, we do things because we love to do them, right? That is absolutely right. But the thing I learned with YouTube is, regardless of how much one can say, I do this because I love it, if you see that the response isn't what you're expecting for something you put a lot of work in, it still hurts.
Why, hello, my dear human. You thought we can speak? Oh, of course we can. Oh. In fact, I just like yellow subtitles. Gives a world cinema vibe.
Yeah, it affected me quite a bit to see a video I was expecting to do really well just kind of tank on the algorithm and get less.
Future him, a few weeks from now, would replay the footage of this night and memories would unfold, a slideshow of images in his mind while editing this vlog.
And that leads me to the things that you think will do well won't. Yes. Sometimes you think something is going to go really well, you put all this work in, you put all these hours in, you think it's a topic that people are very interested in, and then suddenly, crickets. And you've got to live with that, because that's just part of it. The same way that film festivals would reject a film that I put years into, not just like hours into or days or months, but years into, with YouTube, It's the same thing. You can put weeks of work into one singular video you think is going to do well, and the audience just doesn't react to it. It doesn't land anywhere, and that's okay. And maybe that's just the thing. You don't get control over that because there's someone out there that's literally just turning on their camera and showing up and talking to camera and being vulnerable and being themselves, and that is relating and that is connecting, and they are taking all the screen time because they have something genuine that you might be lacking with all the edits and all the beauty that you've put into it. So even myself, that's something I need to learn from, and I'm learning to get better at speaking to the camera. And that's the other thing. It's okay to try new things, and it is okay to experiment, because just a few weeks ago I tried something totally different. I tried something where I upload a cinematic vlog every single day, filmed in 3 hours, edited in 3 hours, and 1 hour on, thumbnail and upload, and have it all online within 7 hours. And I tried that and I burnt out. Like, I wanted to do really cinematic vlogs really quickly, just to kind of put myself in a position where it would force me to create every single day. And that worked for maybe 4 days before I literally crashed and burned. And then I had the Manila trip coming up, and here I am now finally back to vlogging again, but it has taken me a bit of time to recover from that whole, ordeal of trying something new. And for a year I filmed my life with reckless abandon, but I'm here to say now that I think I have found what I want to do on YouTube, and that is actually document the process of making my feature film on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, a camera that isn't usually conventionally used for filmmaking when it comes to feature film storytelling. However, I believe you can use this camera because it is absolutely stunning. I think the footage that I've shot on this is some of the best I've ever had, but I would never have figured out that if I had not attempted to cinematic vlog in the first place. And it took me a year to realize, well, that's the direction I want to take on this channel, because I want to inspire filmmakers to do that. That, yes, filming on celluloid would be absolutely amazing, but in this economy, it is not always possible to do that, because back in the day, I used to get a tracking shot and it would take me days to set up things. It would take me hours to set up things, but now I get the tracking shot on my DJI, I literally whip the camera out and I get it, and it's like, I look at it and I'm like, it's beautiful, it looks great. And the determination that I have now is to connect to people. Back then, it was just to finish the project and get across the line. Now, I want to actually make something that people can actually connect to, and I know that this is one of the ways to get closer to that goal, so I can inspire filmmakers, inspire myself, and have a feedback loop of uploading, creating, and every day I will be trying, because I'm here trying to connect. So yeah, those are the things I've learned after 1 year as a filmmaker on YouTube. I hope this video was a bit of fun. I'm on like 4 coffees right now, so I'm feeling pretty good, and I'm going to get back into the edit on one of my cinematic vlogs for the week. So yeah, thank you so much for being a part of the journey. Join as I make a feature film on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and yeah, hopefully the film ends up good, and the journey is also fun to watch too. So yeah, anyone who has liked, commented, subscribed, anyone who has even watched one of my videos, or yeah, seen one of my videos in passing, really appreciate it, and hopefully each one improves and I get better at this YouTube thing, because it is a journey and I'm learning on every step of the way. Thank you, and see you on the next one.